What's up, y'all? I'm Tashina.
I'm Portia.
And this is Two Sides of the Same Mess. So today we're going to get into kind of a messy topic, a very kind of controversial topic, as you would say. So we're going to talk about moving on after a breakup or trying to get closure after a breakup. Now, she's on the closure side. I'm on the moving on side. So we're going to state our opinions and, go back and forth with each other. I know we're not going to change each other's mind, but we're just going to give our opinions on the situation. So let's get into that.
The most important reason to me why I feel like closure is much needed is because it helps you understand like what happened to give you a peace of mind. You're not keep wondering like, well, did I say this or did I say that? Or did I move? Did I do this? Did I go here? Did I wear this? Like, you know what happened to end your relationship. Like, or whatever. It could be a romantic relationship or a friendship. So it's like, if you tell that person you did X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, and I just cannot handle it no more. So we're over. I feel like I need that, and I feel like I need to do that for others so they don't wonder what they did. And they can either do it in the next relationship or not do it in the next relationship.
Yeah.
That's on them to do whatever they want with that information.
Yeah. So with me, my first thing about just moving the fuck on is emotional healing comes first for me. So I feel like staying the distance and keeping my space from that situation, I'm able to process my feelings more. So I feel like trying to get closure would just keep reopening wounds for me. Like, I feel like if he didn't tell me or she didn't tell me my friendship what was going wrong at that moment, they're not going to give me me that answer right now. So I need to just move on. Maybe later on, years later, if we come across and I'm already healed. But I feel like if I'm not healed, it's not a good idea.
That's still a form of closure, though.
Yeah, distance. I can distance. I feel like distance is the biggest closure. Because then you can sit with yourself and you can really, really come to terms. Because you kind of know what happened. And
sometimes you don't.
I like me. Like I feel like me,
a person like me, and you do not.
Yeah,
know.
I feel like I do. If at first, no, but I feel like more time away from that person, the more time that I heal, and the more time that I sit with the situation, and I can look at what I said, what he said, how I felt at that moment, how I feel like I made him feel at that moment, and take my ego out of it, because my ego is going to be there. So once I take my ego out of it, and I need distance for that, I can't still be in contact with this person. But for me, I can't do that.
But see, that's why I feel like closure stops all that. You're like not dwelling, which I'm not saying like you're sitting there all sad, but for me, that's dwelling. I'll dwell in, well, what did I do wrong? What did he do wrong? Why does it feel this way? Why does it? But if we had a conversation like, because I'm the type of person to rip the Band-Aid off, like don't just rip the Band-Aid off right then and there. I'll hurt for 10 seconds and then I'll heal. So if you be like, yo, you party too much or you wear too revealing clothes or, I don't like the way you said this and this, that, and the third. I need that. So I could be like, you know what? I'm not his cup of tea, blah, 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 blah. And then I could move on. But if you don't, I'm going to be wondering like, was it something I said? Was it something I did? Was my hair not done? Was it an intimacy issue? Like,
yeah.
But if you tell me straight up what it was, I'll be good. I'll be like sad for a day or two, but then I'm going to move on. But if you don't tell me what I did, I'm going to dwell in that shit for like weeks.
No, with me, you tell me what I did, we're going to start an argument. And I feel like we're going to...
That's your opinion.
Like with me, the way I am, if I can't. She's more mature in that relationship thing. I feel like once we done and we broke up, I don't need to know why you broke up with me.
But that's the thing. I don't want to go back. I don't want to wait a week. I want we to talk and be like, hey, this is why we're not working.
And there's sometimes, but the thing with that too, sometimes the person that you're with is not that mature either. Yeah. So you have to get a mature person.
Sometimes they just don't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah, but I'm not that hurt my feelings.
You want to get a mature person. Some of you don't got a mature person.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're having the same argument over and over. I'm not arguing with nobody that I'm not with no more. I'm not arguing.
I don't do it to argue. I get that. I just need to know.
But I get that. But say that the guy is not giving you, and then it ends up becoming an argument. And it ends up becoming. I was going to say, I've seen. You've come to me. Our house was crying over that, and like it all depends on the guy. It all depends on the girl.
Yeah, because I'm like, why can't you just say 1, 2, 3?
It all depends on that situation, and I feel like if you get, and most times we get toxic people, that's why we broke up, because the fucker was probably not a good person in the first place. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if to me, it just feels like it's going to fuck up my self-esteem even more, because we're already broke up and I don't need you to tell me what the fuck I did wrong and then you not take responsibility what you did wrong. I don't need finger pointing. I feel like he'll just gonna finger point me what the fuck I did wrong in a relationship and not take responsibility what the fuck he did in a relationship. And I feel like, in my opinion, it's gonna help hurt my self-esteem more than anything. Because especially, I'm gonna know I am not the only one that did shit wrong here, right? He's not gonna. If the guy is not gonna take responsibility for his shit, I just can't be. I don't want to be there. But if we can have a grown-up conversation, and most of the time you can't, then yes, that's perfect. If you can tell me what I did wrong and I can tell you what you did wrong and you accept it and we move on. But most of the time that's not the way it plays out. It plays out in a negative light where they're just telling me what the fuck I did wrong. And it's just going to piss me off. You know what I mean?
Understand that.
It's going to piss me off. It's going to help hurt my self-esteem. And I think it's going to hurt more. It's going to make it harder for me. This is just me. Make it harder for me to move on into another relationship, because I'm like, oh shit, maybe it was me. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. You know what I mean?
And see, I'm the opposite. If you tell me, because I'm the type of person where I don't know. I don't have, like some people have gray and they can understand gray. Yeah, I don't have that. I have black and white. I can't read between the lines. I need you to say what you mean and that's it. Like, a lot of times I don't know when a guy's flirting with me. I don't know if a guy likes me. It'll be like weeks later and they'll be like, I've been trying to talk to you for like 2 weeks. And I'll be like, when? Like, or I'm thinking we're literally just hanging out as friends. And then I get a text, hey, I want to see you again. That date was fun. And I'm like, I'll be like, Tashina, I was on a date and didn't know it. So that's why I need that. I need that. I need to know what I did, because like I said, I can own up on my mistakes. And if you tell me what I did, 9 times out of 10, I didn't know I was doing it. And you waited to tell me. Yeah. So you should, like with me, if I do something once, you have to stop it then, because I'll keep doing it because I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. And I will own up and I will apologize and I will really try to work on myself to not do that again. So, but if you don't say nothing for months, and then I'm still doing what bothered you 6 months ago, I'm going to be like, well, I am going to be mad. Not mad, but I'm like, I wish you would have said something a long time ago, because I could have addressed that situation and it could have been fixed. Yeah. But you waited to now, so it is what it is. But I need to know what I did, just me, because because my mind is not going to go to, 6 months ago you yelled at me and I didn't like the way you yelled at me. Yeah. I'm going to go to, it's how I look. It's how, our sex or something like that. I'm going to be like stressed out. I'm going to start tearing myself down. When truth is, he may not just been ready for the relationship, or I have a high sex drive, or I have a low sex drive and he can't hang with it. Like, I need to know those type of things and I'll move on. And then when I do get in the next situation, I'll know to tell them, hey, I do this, that, and the third. If I ever do something that offends you, tell me straight up. If I ever do, tell me right then and there. But if I don't know what I'm doing, if I don't know what I did in the last relationship, it's going to scare me into the next relationship. And I'm going to be like, well, I don't know what I did with them, so I'm not even going to take it there with you.
Yeah. See, it all goes with the type of person we are. Mm-hmm. And like me too, like I can take, it sounds like I'm saying I can't take criticism. And before I couldn't. I was very bad at taking criticism. I didn't like to fucking care about myself. I don't want you to tell me shit about myself, right? But now I can take criticism. But I'm the type of person too that I see cause and effect. And there's some situations that a person acts a certain way because this person did acted this way. You know what I mean? It's a cause and effect. So if I'm trying to tell you, well, look, I did this because this is, I'm not taking and I feel like men can't understand this. I feel like women understand this more. I'm not taking responsibility of how I acted, but I want to explain to you why I acted the way I acted. So if I say, oh, because you came at me with this aggression and I had to protect myself, I felt this, and instead of them like, oh, I didn't know I came at you like that, I apologize if I ever made you feel this way. It's always, oh, so you making excuses? It's all the men's fault. Women all know, motherfucker. I'm just trying to, women are cause and effect. That's how women are. Sometimes we hear tones that are not, you know what I'm saying? We can hear tones. We can feel body language. We can feel, and I don't understand why men just can't be like, I didn't mean it like that. They get so upset because I feel like a lot of men don't like women. They like women, but they don't like women.
They like women and they just our emotions.
They're so
they can't
agitated.
Handle.
They get agitated with our emotions, and it's like we're two different creatures. We're not going to, and women have to understand that about men as well. They're not going to act this way that you would act in that situation because we're two fucking different, species, men and what, not species, we're human race, you know what I'm saying? But we're two different kind of men and women. So to protect me, the type of person I am,
men are different species.
I can't do the clothes. Like, I seen this fucking TikTok video. I don't know if this motherfucker was staged or whatever. So the fiance, they're about to get married the day before their wedding. She wanted him to drive her to her ex-boyfriend's house to get closure. She up on the patio crying with this man, hugging this man. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Okay, no, that's stupid. I would never do that. Like, and then that's the thing with me. I don't need closure months.
That's what I get.
No,
I get what you're saying.
I do like having that one last. If it gets fiery, it gets fiery. But I'm not doing it because I want you back.
Yes,
and that's what a lot of men think. Like, I don't want you back. I need to know what I did, why I did it, and then I'll tell you my reasons on why I did it, and we move the fuck on. But I don't want it. If I'm still hung, and this is what upsets me sometimes about men, is they start a new relationship knowing they not over the first one. And then you put the shit that the first bitch did on me when I did not deserve you to put that on me. Or you get scared because you didn't got in so deep, and then you're like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting this, or this is going to happen, that's going to happen. You're putting shit that hasn't even happened yet on me because of your last person. And that's what really oh my God, it pisses me off. If you are not ready for a relationship, and men say this shit all the time. Well, I told you I wasn't ready for a relationship. Yes, you did. But you be the aggressor. You be the one that's...
But your actions. And that's what men do. Men do this. They will clearly say that we women are more on action. Mm-hmm. We're on action more than your words. Which we need to learn not to do that.
Exactly.
Because when men say what they mean. They say what they tell you is what they fucking mean. Mm-hmm. But their actions, he held my hand long, so maybe a little longer tonight. Or if it's just a sexual relationship, but he spent the night that night and he held me.
But this is the thing.
We think, but we need to stop doing that. We need to take the men's word for their word.
But at the same time, it's like, if you want to just hook up, say that.
And they do, though.
No, I'm saying I've been with someone before where I was like, I just want to hook up.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing more. And then they're like, okay, yeah, we could just hook up. But then a month in, after us just hooking up, and not even spending the night, not going on dates, not none of that, just hooking up. And then I get a text, oh, what are you doing? And I don't reply back quick enough, or I hit back, oh, I was, doing, or I seen you with such and such, but we're just hooking up. So now you do all this, right? And I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe he likes me. you know? So then I stopped hanging out with such and such because this dude is like, you know, so stop doing that shit. If our agreement is to hook up, our agreement is to hook up. Let me live my fucking life and we can hook up when we hook up. We can see each other when we see each other, and that's fine. But also, too, these niggas that be like, oh, I don't want a relationship and, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm cool. We're getting to know each other. We are dating. We are not boyfriend and girlfriend. We're getting to know each other. We are dating. But then they hit you with the, I don't want you to be intimate with nobody else. I want you to be mine. But then when you be like, okay, well, I'm gonna cut out my bullshit and I'm gonna focus on you. Then all of a sudden, I told you I didn't want a relationship, but you also told me you didn't want me hooking up with nobody else. You don't want me hanging out with nobody else. And if somebody texts my phone, you get a fucking attitude. Yeah. Make up your mind, bruh, because that shit right there is what's confusing.
And that's very selfish.
It is.
It's very selfish because they don't want to be in a relationship, but they don't want nobody else to have you. And that's so fucking unfair because that person, I can find my person out there, but you're holding me into this situation
and giving me false hope.
Yeah, thinking that you are my person and this, but you don't want to be with me like that.
And
and then when a girl acts like that, then she's the fucking crazy one.
Yeah, all of a sudden she's crazy because I did what you want me to do, and I'm focusing on you or whatever. But then I'm the crazy one.
It's so selfish. Like, how do you not want me to be with anybody else, but I can't even be with you? Like, you don't want me to be with you either.
And this scenario is, I'm not just singling out one person. I've had this issue happen before, and like I said, I'm okay. I'm not that type of girl that you gotta lie to be like, because you know.
But you kind of gotta let her know what it is.
Yeah, so but you know how like some guys lie when they just want to smash. Yeah. Sometimes I be in the headspace where relationship is not on my plethora, is not there. Yeah. I just might want to hook up. So be honest with me. Let me decide if I want to just hook up or if I want to be in a relationship. And then while doing that, don't start liking me. Yeah, and then you want me to stop doing all my shit. And then when I stop doing all my shit and I focus on you, you get scared and you change the shit up. And then now you're making it seem like, well, I told you, shut the fuck up. Those type of relations, I don't need closure. I just need you to admit I wasn't ready for you. It's not nothing you did. Or it's not nothing he did. Just tell me I'm not ready.
And a lot of times too, in that situation, you guys both say, like, we're just going to hook up. This is what we're going to do.
Exactly.
But when you hooking up with somebody and you're being intimate with somebody, you're getting to know that person. You're getting you're spending time with that person. And because it's not just hookup. You want to go on dates. And exactly. And you're getting to know that person and you're getting
and you enjoy that time with that person.
But you still don't want to be with that person. And instead of saying that, instead of backing up or knowing that's selfish, because a man
but me, I can do that.
A man can see it and a woman can see it. We both can see it. I'm not going to just point out, this is a man. This is not a man bashing session.
No, because women do it too.
Women can do it too. We become selfish.
Yes,
we want what you're giving us at this moment. We appreciate, we want it, and we need it, but we don't. We want other things too. Yes. But see, a woman don't too much keep a man, and that's one thing. A woman can't keep a man steady, like locked in. A man can keep a fucking woman locked in. They can fool us into thinking the situation is not what the situation is to keep us locked in. To keep us not to be physical or sexual with anybody else. To keep us, men do that. And it's fucking selfish.
Yeah.
Too much, a woman can't really too much do that to a man. A man will just still be, do whatever they're going to do or whatever. And that to me is fucking selfish and wrong. And if the girl ends up crazy, breaking your fucking windows, and I'm not saying this right, I'm not condoning it.
I've not done that, and I don't plan on doing that.
I'm not condoning it, but men don't seem to understand that we are very emotional creatures. We are ran by our emotions.
Especially me, I wear my emotions on my sleeve.
And sometimes as younger women, I'm not saying older women don't, but younger women don't know how to control it. If it gets too over, we can't shut it down. So sometimes putting hands on people and doing stuff like that. Now, I wasn't putting the hands on person. Like, I'm a very emotional person, and I couldn't at that point get my words out. I couldn't get my emotions out in words. I couldn't tell you how I was feeling. So I put my hands on you. I Portia used to tell you, stop putting your hands on people to see. I was lucky that
I was like, because if he do something to you, then I gotta shoot him.
I was lucky that I never came across somebody that knocked my fucking head off.
I was her all the time. Like, you need to stop.
And I was doing it like my daughters were around. You don't think, and that's what people don't understand. People think women do it this way. You don't think. You just see red, and you just see this, like, you don't think, you don't see your surroundings, you just see this person that's fucking hurting you, and that's fucking, making you mad. And it's like, why do men, I feel like maybe it's not, maybe I feel like men purposely get women into that spot.
I think they like seeing that. They like seeing that. Oh, look, I got her.
Especially if you're with the woman so long, you know what her buttons are.
Yeah,
you know what upsets her. You know what triggers her, and you know what gets her that way. Women too, and men. Women too. I don't want you to say, oh, this is another men bashing podcast. No, it's not. Women do it too. You're with this person too long not to know what not to do.
And see, with me,
to cause these situations.
I'm not a physical harmer. I am words. I will say.
Oh, she will cut your shit.
And
nothing is safe. Boundaries with Portia. So I'm like, damn, Portia, you said that? Is she gonna tell me certain things? She said, like, you said that?
Because when I'm hurt, I want you to hurt. Yeah. 9 times out of 10, no. 7 times out of 10, I don't mean what I say.
Yeah, and it's crazy.
But sometimes when I mean it, I'm not apologizing.
Like, crazy with me, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'll sock you in your neck.
I want to hurt your feelings. I want you to. I want them words. I want you to think about that shit. The way you made me feel, and how I might randomly hear a song or go down the street and I think of that shit you did. I want you to hear the word "the," and every time you think when I said the blah 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 about you, and you hurt every single time. But I have calmed down with that a lot. When I was younger, I was very, very toxic with my tongue. But I won't hit you, but I say some shit that will break your motherfucking ass down.
Hands on you. Anyway, so getting back to closure.
Closure.
Well, kind of not. We were kind of discussing men that you cannot get closure with and men that you can get closure with.
Yeah.
Because I think it all depends. And the way that Portia was saying it, she want closure right there.
Yeah, that's it. Tell me that.
If you say we are breaking up, I don't want to be with you no more. We're going to have this conversation right here. I'm talking about, because I've done it and I've seen it, girls that they've been broke up for a week. And they still texting each other. And they're still
I've done that before.
And they're still arguing back and forth with each other when you guys are not fucking together no more. How are you going to heal if y'all steady?
Sometimes you just gotta say some more shit. If you're
steady this fight, I can't. And I've done it before in this situation, and it's just not healthy. To me,
it ain't.
For me, it's not healthy. And for me, it does not help out this situation.
To me, it's not healthy, but it helps.
It actually, it makes me more toxic. It makes me bring that into my next relationship. Because I didn't sit with myself and let myself heal. And so me going back and forth with a dude like that, I'm not healing from the situation. I feel like I'm stuck in that past, in that moment of time. And I'm not allowing myself to move on from it. And so when I go into my next relationship, I'm going to think that dude is just like this dude.
So look, the thing with that is like, I'll do that only because, like, I don't know, sometimes I'll be bored.
See? And that's not cool.
It's not, but see, and then you know what? And not even sometimes I'm bored. It's sometimes I just have a thought because I'm an overthinker. Yeah. And so I'll think like all this shit and I just need to hear that was not it. You know?
Yeah.
So I'll think 1, 2, 3, 4, and I just need to hear, no, Portia, it was only 0.
Yeah.
So that's why I do the back, but it's like for a week I'll do that.
Yeah, but see,
and then and it's like I don't get into a new relationship quick. Yeah. So I have time to heal before my next relationship.
When I was young, though, I haven't been in many relationships. I've only been. I don't even call my relationships before my husband's relationships. But I would always start talking to somebody right after.
Well, not me.
Because I'm not going to sit here and sulk or, get my... But like I said, I'm still hurting. I'm still in that toxic fuck dudes, you know what I'm saying? So me moving to the next guy to talk...
So you one of those, the best way to get over somebody is to get on top of somebody else. So with me, no. I like... The crazy thing is...
But again, it was never relationships. It was never relationships for me. I was young. Like, I got with my husband... my 25, 26 years old. Yeah. And that was it. It was me and my husband from that. So before then, and then I've had 3 children. They were just fucking baby daddies. We weren't in relationships. We were young. I had my first kid at 18. We were in a relationship. Like we
You were in a relationship.
I wouldn't call me and Lamar in a relationship. We didn't date. We didn't live. We would talk on the phone, come out. And it was, to me, that was little kid shit. Like real relationship, you lived with people. Like you guys did your finances together. You guys I didn't do none of that. It was little kid shit. And then when we did hook up,
those were monsters.
And then when we hooked up, it was hooking up in cars. Like we didn't have a house to go.
This is that goes into the little bit of difference of it. I was a scary ass prude ass.
Yeah, so I want to say a little.
I was scared to have.
I don't call those relationships. Maybe they are relationships because I feel like
public sex.
I feel like there's different relationships with different ages. Like there's different love. Because I always be like, girl, you 17 years, how you know what love is, or how you know at 15. There's different stages of love when you age. And I guess there's different stages of relationships.
Yeah.
When you age. So I guess I did have a relationship, but to me, that wasn't a real relationship. Like with me and my husband, we were forced to be, not forced. We chose to be with each other and we just had to be with each other and we had to work on each other because we had no other choice because we were living together. I couldn't just you know what I mean? If I was me and Lamar, we didn't talk for almost months on time. And I would cheat, he would cheat. It wasn't, and the thing is, he was cheating, I was cheating. I was never faithful to back then. Because it was for what? We're not really in, that's why I don't count it that way. But with him too, when we broke up, I was texting him and for what? And all I ever did was upset me. All I ever did was him upset me. And they didn't get closure with me. But I feel like in a situation... And I understand Portia's situation. So when I talk about the closure thing, I'm talking about the girls that, you did say, oh, because I'm bored. It's like you're you're opening up. What if he's healed or he's healing, right? And he's finally over Portia.
This is why I don't give a fuck. Because I'm never the problem. That's why I'm never the still. So you can I'll rip that bed in again. Hurt some more, nigga.
Over Portia. So let's talk about what it didn't work out.
No, I don't do it months later. I don't do it months later.
But people do. I'm not saying with you, but people do that. When you say when I'm bored, that's a perfect... People do that. And my thing is, why the fuck you still got their number? Why is the number still in your phone? Why are you still able to access their social media?
You know what?
With me, you have to move on.
I keep it in their phones in my phone so I can know not to pick up. Because I don't have an ex that does not call me.
Well, I don't pick up numbers I don't recognize regardless anyways. I don't pick up.
No, I'm I do.
See, you do. Yeah. You do. I don't. If I don't know this number.
But you know the reason why I pick up numbers that I don't know. So it's I have to. Cause
I don't pick up numbers. And me is like people say, what if your kid calls? If they call me on multiple times, then I'll answer. And if I hear that fool's voice, you know what I'm saying? Block.
So with me, it's a trigger. A guy that I dated called me and I got mad. So if I would have picked up that phone call, it would have really set me over the edge or whatever. But with me, I'm saying this now, I don't have an ex that does not call me. To whoever you with now, what I say. Not for other friends. I'm just fucking with y'all. But I do have exes that reach out. So I save their names. Some of them say don't answer. Some say fuck face. Some just, says their name or whatever. And I know not to pick up that call. So that's why they be saved because I don't want to pick up the call. So
me, I just completely, I have never been friends with the ex. I've
been friends with the ex.
I've tried it and it's just not for me. It doesn't work for me. And this is another subject for another time. But I don't believe that a man and woman can be friends like that. And that's just she does.
I can.
And she has proved it that she does because I guess to certain people. But she has had situations where she's friends with guys and the guys tell her they like her.
Yeah, but then those are not friendships. And most of
the situations when I try to have friendship, that always happens to me. But this is another story for another time. But so
But that's up on me to keep it in that level.
Yeah. So the question for you guys: do you guys believe in closure? Do you need to get closure? Do you need to know why it ended? Are you the person that you text them months later just to rip off a Band-Aid?
Sometimes I do it to be an asshole.
Or do you move on and heal and self-preserve? So when you get into another relationship, they get the healed version and not the toxic and the unhealed version. Put that in the comments and let me know what you guys think. And subscribe to this channel, like this video. Until next time, next discussion. We'll see you soon.